Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today we're going to be doing the Berlin tier list makeup for Valorant Champions Tour Masters 3. I was thinking of doing, like a catch up of the playoffs and all that yada yada stuff, but to be honest, I think I would rather do this than just talk about challenges playoffs. And also I feel like it's also be a much more fun way of really just, connecting with with you and myself. So I think this will be a lot better, and I really can't wait to obviously see what you guys think. Like, do you think I'm right? I'm wrong? Give your opinions down in the comment section below, and like video, subscribe because every YouTuber does it. Yay! Anyways, so obviously 16 teams has qualified for Berlin. That is in order like this: 100 Thieves, G2, Gambit, Ascend, Paper Rex, Team Envy, Supermassive Blaze, Zeta Division, Brain Esports, Crazy Raccoon, F4Q, Sentinels, Vision Strikers, Crew Esports, Haven Liberty, and Vivo Keyed. So let's first start off with 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves, they are a very good, a very great NA team. In my opinion, they will definitely be second behind Sentinels. And and also because of like the like how competitive Berlin is now with all like the greatest teams now in each region, I feel like 100 Thieves is definitely an A tier team. They're not. They're still very good. They have potential to maybe beat out a Gambit or an Ascend or even Vision Strikers, but it's gonna be very hard to beat other like some other S tier teams like obviously Sentinels, maybe even Sebastian Blaze. Like that's how like the competitive ceiling is just in an all-time high right now because of Berlin. So, pardon me. So that is 100 Thieves in A. G2. G2 is kind of the same as 100 Thieves. They are a very good European team. But in my opinion, just because of the competitive ceiling, it's just like I said, at an all-time high. It's very hard for G2 to really do something. They are definitely the weakest out of the European teams, but I think they still have a lot of a lot of firepower and a lot of potential to be released. Next up, it is the European team Gambit, or the CIS team actually Gambit, who won Challengers playoffs. I'll in another video I'll check out my predictions for Europe and NA. So just be one with that. But Gambit, they have been looking amazing. I'll be honest. I watched some of the games of Europe. I watched G2 versus Gambit. I think I also what the hell? Uh, I can't remember what other games I watched, but I watched some other games as well. And Gambit looked very good, and that's definitely an S tier for me. I think if Nats keeps playing amazingly, and obviously everyone else as well from Gambit, I think that's gonna be a great team. Ascend. Ascend is another team just like Gambit who look very good, especially out of the back of CNED, and Ascend is definitely an S tier. However, there is always a potential that there may be an A tier team because of the competition. So just to be warned there. So I will definitely put Ascend in S tier. However, there may be a chance of them, in A tier. A chance. Next up, it is Paper Rex. So Paper Rex, no, okay. So Paper Rex came from Southeast Asia, and they look pretty decent. I think that's what I've been told. I think it's Forsaken, as I was told. That was what I've seen as well on YouTube. Apparently, he looks really good. Um, but just like I said, the competitive ceiling is an all-time high, and if Southeast Asian teams, or well, like lower division team, like regions like Japan, Southeast Asia, trying to remember Latin America, like all these, like in like the top four, I'm gonna say, or even like the top three, or as NA and EU one, then maybe also Korea and maybe Brazil. It just really depends, really. Um, because Brazil kind of flopped in Reykjavik, I'll be honest. But Paper Rex, I'll probably put them in a solid B, if not a C. Just I don't know how good Paper Rex is going to be. I'll be honest. I have no clue. Um, I didn't really watch a lot of APAC. I'll be honest, but yeah, it's gonna be a bit of an issue. Team Envy is next, and Team Envy they look pretty good, but A tier once again. They're definitely. I feel like they are definitely better than 100 Thieves. Well, it's close between these three teams, Envy, 100 Thieves, and G2. They're very, very, very close in my opinion. It's just we just always have to see in LAN because LAN, if you don't know, is very very different compared to online. Obviously, LAN have basically you guys only have like one ping, and like the atmosphere is obviously different and everything. So it's very very different compared to online, where everyone is used to. Everyone is used to online now because of the pandemic, so it makes sense. Next one is Supermassive Blaze, and Blaze definitely an S here. Obviously the Turkish powerhouse in there, and they are living up to that name of Turkish powerhouse. They went up to the grand finals against Gambit. They unfortunately lost that one, but still, Supermassive Blaze they definitely showed up and performed above my expectations. Certainly. Zeta Division is next, and this is another team just like Paper Rex, but I don't really know about. This is also one or two Japanese teams. And Japan kind of just like Brazil kind of flopped. I don't know how well they're gonna go. Zeta Division obviously won um the Challengers playoffs grand finals against Crazy Raccoons, who is obviously back of redemption. But just like Paper Rex, I feel like they're just a B tier team, if not maybe even C, in my opinion. Just really really depends. Um, but yeah, that's all. That's really it. Brand Esports, just like the same as Zeta Division and Paper Rex, these teams need to pull out something that the NA, EU, Korea, Brazil, none of these teams has even seen in it before. So I'm gonna put Brand Esports also at B. Crazy Raccoons, just like the other four, they're definitely a B tier team. F4Q is next, and F4Q is interesting because obviously they are the second place Korean team. I do think they are. Out of them and Vision Strikers, they are definitely the weakest. F4Q, I feel like that they have some crazy firepower, like firepower, like obviously Esperanza's cracked, FNA's cracked, Bunny's cracked, but it's just obviously the high ceiling of competitiveness now in Berlin. F4Q, I think, is an A tier team. Um, definitely there's potential that there may be an S tier, but F4Q in my opinion is definitely an A tier team. Next one it is Sentinels, and Sentinels is obviously an S tier team, the best in the world obviously, so it kind of makes sense. Including Vision Strikers, S tier team, definitely. Crew Esports is next. Now Crew is interesting because they were obviously at Reykjavik first, and they performed actually pretty well. I think they came well like 7th to 8th if I remember correctly. They played not bad. They got they obviously got flumped by Fnatic, but they actually won against the second best Brazilian team back then, Sharks Esports, who crazily underperformed. They did terribly. Um, like it also depends on the group stages. So luckily, I think I actually have this thing up. So if we go to Berlin, so it just obviously depends on the group stages on who they are versing. So like if like I don't know, they put like let's just say they put because obviously there has to be like maybe there's going to be one European team for each or even two European teams in a group. It just really depends. Like if say let's say G2, Crew Esports, Crazy Raccoon, and Paper Rex. Let's just say those, right? Crew Esports, they actually have a legitimate chance of actually making it to the playoffs, which is where it mainly counts. They've already locked themselves into champions already with Sentinels. So this kind of doesn't really matter to them. Like, it doesn't really matter to Sentinels because they've already locked in and everything. But if it is like, like I said, like G2, Crazy Raccoons, Paper Rex, and their crew themselves, they have a legitimate chance of actually making it into groups. It's just like, like Crazy Raccoons like may somehow make it to playoffs due to the groups. It really, really does depend. But if it's a, you know, it was like a European each, and there's a European NA NA team, then that is going to be the problem. That's definitely going to be the biggest problem. That's why like I put these guys in B tier. There's like Korea sports I can put in most in B tier because there's a chance that they may obviously they may just surprise us or they may not surprise us. It really depends. Next up, it is Haven Liberty, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Haven Liberty. And I feel like there are it's ah I don't really know about Brazil. Brazil is kind of the trickiest one for me. Because I've never seen them. I've never seen them play. I've seen some Japan. I've seen some APAC. I've seen some Korean, Europe, Latin American even. I have never ever seen a Brazilian match. Never. So this is kind of like a shot of the dark for me because it really does depend. So I'm gonna put Haven Liberty in. I would say A. I feel like they're very similar. Um, and Vivo Keyed as well. I will also put them at A. It just it really does show like how competitive this is because I feel like there's like we may get like someone who's like really 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 bad, but as you can tell here, I only put teams from S to B. I didn't put anyone at C or D because it is just so competitive. And we kind of already know the regions which are dominant and not dominant. These teams that are in B, they may surprise us. Like there is definitely a possibility that these five teams may surprise us in a group. Just like I said, we don't know who is going to be in each in each group. We don't know. There is a possibility that they may just qualify for the playoffs. A huge possibility is there. But yeah, that's kind of really about it. So tell me, what are your predictions? Well, not really predictions, but what is your tier list? Is it the same as this? Is it completely different? Are you gonna shout at me in the comments? I don't really care. Go ahead. I read every single comment that you make, that you guys make in my videos. Even if I don't respond, which is highly likely, I will still take notice. So, yeah, that's really about it. That's my tier list for Berlin. I'm really excited to see what you guys think down in the comments. Remember, like, subscribe because that always works for YouTube algorithm and my life. Yay. And yeah, that's really about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Catch you guys on next time in the next one. Goodbye. Know that the ride or die. I keep wave on my sleeve. Know that the ride or die.